Well, what have we here? Look at the roadmap for Ruinarch. We appear to have... What is this? Yes, it is a check mark next to Update 6 Player Regression. Greetings, mortals. My name is Corral Shufflethorn... Blah, 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 blah. But today you can call me Ruin, because that's what we're meeting out today in Ruinarch. Because we now have the update that makes the game, well... First of all, custom. Look at that. Custom's at the top instead of the bottom. And then we come here. And you'll notice something if you've been paying attention to previous streams. Over here in the victory section, we no longer have the option to eliminate villagers. We have Summon Ruinarch and Sandbox. Sandbox we're used to, but Summon Ruinarch, that's a new one. Look at what it says too. Upgrade portal to level 8 to win the game. What in the world? What could that possibly mean? Well, let's see. I suppose we should just try and give ourselves a little... Just gonna do this a few times. Remedia. We are going to use Remedia as our testing bed for what that Sun Ruinarch condition could possibly mean. Because with the player progression system, there have been a number of changes, and I've already played a few playthroughs, so I'm already pretty familiar with how this works, but of course, I would like to show all of you what they have done. And we'll see if we can't get at least one playthrough, maybe two, depending on how things go. So, first things first, you'll notice here that when I'm deciding the placement of my initial portal, I no longer have to pick a giant tile that the portal will be on. No, I just place the portal, and I can place it basically anywhere I want, provided that it's not indoors or too close to the village. Well, you know. So let's see. This spot right here actually looks very it's very closed in. It looks quite perfect for this, actually. I'm just gonna plop that down right there. Now we configure loadout, and you'll see at the start we don't actually really configure anything here. As you can see, we have very few things, like 1, maybe 2 for the buildings, 3 options to that we have to start with. And this is the same for, of course, the all 3 choices, although Ravager does start with a 4th building and no afflictions, so a little different. And because it's the most simplistic one overall in terms of how you play, I'm going to be playing as the Ravager this time. And as you can see, they have offered a little handy tooltip that helps people get started. The key to winning the game is in knowing how to produce Chaos Orbs. In early game, try using various traps and damaging spells. As you upgrade your portal, learn which powers can provide Chaos Orbs by going through their tooltip descriptions. Yes, indeed, because now, once where we had Threat, we now see Chaotic Energy, which is used for long-term improvements. Mainly for upgrading our portal, which will give us access to more stuff. And we also have Spirit Energy. I'm sorry, I apologize. Chaotic Energy is used for upgrades for other things. Spirit Energy is what we can use to upgrade the portal. But first, let's just take a look. We start with Landmine and Wind Blast. And then under Structures, we have 4 structures to start with. First, we have the Imp Hunt. Hunt? Hut. Ugh, I'm just tripping all over my words today. This allows us to spawn imps. So, just gonna place that there. Then we have the Crypt, which allows you to spawn skeletons. Just place that over here as well. Oop. And we'll unpause so those get built. Oop. And as you can see, we cannot build anymore because now constructing buildings requires mana, which now has a steady regen and a cap, whereas before it had a much higher cap, I believe, and notably also was gained from the Chaos Orbs, which used to give mana, but now provide other resources. So we're just going to fast forward real quick and wait for the regen. And now I'm going to place the Prism. This structure allows you to create defense parties. So if we do this, we can then go over here and click Defend. And now we have this little screen right here. And as you can see, we have the Add Summon option. When we click on it, this gives us access to all the monsters that are under our control, the imps and the skeletons from the Imp Hut and Crypt that we've already placed. Now in this case, I'm going to pick 2 skeletons. As you can see, there are actually 5 total slots for the building, but you require chaotic energy to upgrade how many slots you can use. Now when we click Deploy, it will cost 50 mana per minion to summon them, so it will cost 100 for the 2 skeletons. And now, as we scroll in a bit here, you can now see that we have 2 skeletons, Aurelaniel and Kangadang, over here, just making sure that if anyone gets too close, well, they're here for our security. Then I'm going to fast forward again so that we can now build the final of the buildings that we start with, which is the Maraud. And now what this guy can do is gives us the raid option, which for the Ravager is going to be our initial method of trying to acquire Chaos Orbs. So here we have another screen similar to the Prism. Here we can select the target for the raid, and there were 2 towns in this world that we start with. So we're just going to go with... Actually, before I do that, I should probably determine which town is which. Let's see, this one is Dahanlar. So Dahanlar is closer, so we'll pick that one. Go pick Dahanlar, then select leader. Now this is another change. Previously, we had demons that we could just summon directly into the world and have them perform different functions. Some would defend an area, some would attack nearby villagers, some would just perform a function that would hamper enemies in some way and then disappear. Now, demons serve a different purpose. They become the leader of parties that we can send out to do our bidding. So I start with the Rat Demon, who is a good attacker, and then we can add summons. So I'm going to throw in 1 imp and 1 skeleton. As with the Prism, we can upgrade the Maraud's ability, or rather, how many minions we can have deployed by a party from the Maraud. Now we will deploy. Oh, wait. Nope, we will not. I'm going to wait a second. There we go. Because those do still require mana, so I'm just going to redo all this real quick. Now we can deploy. And we'll just, let's see, where should we go? Let's go pick right next. We'll just settle right on top of Edith over here. And we'll just summon this party. And as we let time flow, our minions are going to go out and start attacking. And as you can see, it is already generating Chaos Orbs just from the fighting. So we're going to use those and just start grabbing some of these. Now something has happened. As you can see, Leyland was killed by a Wrath Demon. And you'll notice now that the demons are just referred to as whatever type of demon they are, rather than having a name unlike the minions. But you'll also see down here we have a new message. The death of Leyland has increased the retaliation counter, which under major events you'll see we do indeed have a counter here. 1 out of 5 now, and this is effectively our replacement for threat. Once, well, let me first, similar to threat, but working a little differently, retaliation represents how much the people up in the sky are noticing what is going down on Earth. Well, Earth in the general sense. I don't really think this is the planet that that I'm streaming from at the moment. At any rate, there are certain actions that will increase retaliation that is different from threat. Threat usually would be raised from using various spells as well as certain other actions, and if you were had your buildings noticed. Having buildings noticed and reported does increase retaliation, but now killing villagers using certain methods such as throwing a raid, as well as destroying town resources like this metal pile here if I were to destroy that, and causing damage to buildings in certain ways will all increased retaliation. And once that gets up to 5, then we'll be attacked by angels. Now, as I let this continue to play out, I have played a couple playthroughs where I've been attacked by angels, and I've noticed that the initial attacking party seems to usually be 2 angels, and considering that it's usually that previously angel parties were twice that size, and now we have the prism so that we can have minions roaming around for defense. This very much changes how this very much changes the game. Apparently they have managed to capture one of my imps. I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, as you can see, because we can actually set up defenses around our portal, it is actually a lot easier to fend off angels if they decide to attack, which is why retaliation is 1 out of 5, which is obviously a lot easier to get to than a ranging skill of 100. Because even with like meteor and lightning spells that could raise it up by 15 at a time, that's still significantly more uses in order to build up to an angelic retribution, as it were. As you can see, the raid party is disbanded because the imp died, so there's no more members of that party. However, I'll use the prism as an example. If I wanted to manually get rid of the attacking raid party, I could have simply gone over to the appropriate building. I would have seen that the party was there, and I could click undeploy, just like I can with the prism. But I'm not going to do that, because then I would have to resummon the skeletons. Now then, as you can see here, we have gained chaotic energy and spirit energy. Now, if I can I'm going to quickly try and fast forward time so I can get another raid party up. Unless... Actually, let's see. If I'm going to just place a landmine there. I'm going to see if someone stepping on that will trigger, will generate more chaotic orbs. Because I know that certain traps do have that effect. Yep, there we go. Unfortunately, that did kill Oswald, but now you'll see we did increase it, but I'm just going to go over one orb so you can see that each orb gives you 5 chaotic energy and 1 spirit energy. Now I'm going to bring us over to the portal real quick, and if I click on upgrade, you can see we have a screen that's new here, and it'll ask me to upgrade to level 2. It shows how much spirit energy I have. At the bottom, there's a button that I could click if I have enough spirit energy, and it indicates how much is required. I require 8 more, as you can see. And then it also shows what I gain from the next upgrade. We'll get the Spire and the Kennel, which are 2 buildings. The Kennel, of course, we've seen previously, and allows me to capture wild monsters and then use them to create more minions. Spire allows the player to upgrade their powers, which when we upgrade to level 2, I will show how that works. And then I gain the Remove Buff ability, which removes positive traits from villagers, which is, I believe, a new ability, actually. And then I gain 3 spells: Lightning, Poison Cloud, Heat Wave. Very, very offensive magics for sure. But for that, I will require 8 more spirit energy, so 8 more chaos orbs. And then over here you can see that Oswald getting blown up by the landmine after I used the Wind Blast, thinking that I would push him away, but no, it just did damage, has increased the retaliation counter once more. So with that, I'm going to then try and see if we can get another raid into Hanlar. Not quite, gotta wait a little longer. So we're just going to wait on that, see if we can let's get this to fill up. There we go. Alright, now we go back to the Maraud. Select target to Hanlar, select leader, Wrath, and then this time I'll just add 2 imps. And then we place these on the outskirts of town, and then we let them get to work. 1, 2 orbs, 3 orbs, 4 orbs, 5 and 6. 7 and 8, and just like that, we apparently have 3 villagers now dead, but the raid party has now served its purpose, so we're gonna just keep the damage from getting too out of hand. We want them to be able to rebuild so that we can continue to generate chaos orbs from them. So we unlike previously, do not want to go all in with eliminating all the villagers. But now you can see that we have 24 spirit energy, which is enough to begin the upgrade process. Which you'll now see under portal, we have a little gauge, and we get a little tooltip if we go over that says that this will finish on day 2, 7:42 p.m. And of course, it's day 2, 7:42 a.m. in game, as shown in the top right hand corner. So, as you can tell, the portal upgrade process will take 12 in-game hours. So we're just going to keep that on the 4 times speed just to get that to happen a little more quickly. And I'm going to, in the meantime, show you some changes on the villager screen. Now you can see that if I try to look at the village, I have to now reveal faction info, which requires 40 chaotic energy. Fortunately, we have 157, so I can do that. And there's only one faction on this map, so I only need to do that once because the Vagrants and the Undead do not require that. So now we can see all the members. And as a follow-up, if I click on one of these people and go to info, you'll see that I also need to reveal info for each individual person. So now I have to expend this energy in order to be able to analyze what is going on and what I can do. And as we can see down here, it looks like we have a little party going on, and they've just cruelly eliminated all these wind nymphs, which was very mean of them to do. But don't worry, we will avenge those wind nymphs, for sure. And now you can see we have now upgraded the portal to level 2. So now if we go to structures, we now have the spire and 2 charges of the kennel. So I'm just going to grab the spire. As you can see, it's a very elongated building. So just gonna let's place it right here. And then we have 2 kennels. So I'm going to place one here. And then I'm also going to place one over here. And the kennel mostly works the same as it used to. The main difference is that each kennel can now only hold 1 monster. But if we were to capture one of these monsters, I'll demonstrate by going over here. And we're going to store target, which is a new function that you can see we have this little button here in the bottom right corner of the little character card. And we have a new tab as well that shows all the targets that we currently have. You can target monsters, humans, elves, and even actually objects, though I don't find nearly as much use for doing that as other things. But now if we go to the kennel, I have the snatch monster option. And like the raid option, or rather the raid party screen, we have the target thing, though now it is showing the targets that are suitable, which in this case are monsters, like a Galerian over here. Select leader, and then select our minions. Now, under this, you'll notice that when I hover over Imp on the right-hand side, it says Snatcher, with the explanation that Imps are effective at knocking out a target, which is why Imps are the better choice over the Skeletons in this case, for trying to capture the Kobold. I just needed to wait a second, so ensure that I had enough mana to summon this full party, and then I can deploy them outside of the cave. If I try to click too close, I get this little tip that says cannot summon close structures, so I have to do it right over here. And then we just let them go over to a Galerian and kindly ask him to come visit our kennel. Because, well, we'll wait for them to go ahead and bring our Kobold over. And now the option for Snatch Monster has been replaced with Let It Go, which obviously releases the monster. And then we have Drain Spirit, which is a new option that is available on the kennel and the prison, which we may be able to show later. I don't know for sure at what point we might be able to get one as the Ravager. But if I were to click this, it would drain whatever is inside. It would drain their health until they die, and each time their health is drained, it would actually produces a Chaos Orb. So that is another method of building up Chaos and Spirit energy. Now, if we go over to monsters, you'll also see that in addition to the imps and skeletons being provided by the crypt and the imp hunt, we now also have 3 charges of kobolds from the kennel. Now, what's important to note here is that these, in the case of the monster reserves, these numbers represent how many monsters are available to summon. However, you'll notice that we still have the 2 skeletons that are summoned by the prism, but 3 out of 3 skeletons. So these skeletons being allocated to the prism do not limit how many skeletons we can summon overall. We just have to wait if we summon more for any reason. Now, let us... yes. Next, I'll demonstrate the Spire. As you can see, we have the Upgrade Abilities option. Don't have any afflictions that we can use, but if we go to Spells, you can see if I hover over a spell, it will show a description of what the spell does, and then it'll show you what changes, as indicated in green, will happen if I were to upgrade the spell using the amount of chaotic energy as shown here, with mine current chaotic energy being listed up here. So Landline becomes more powerful, cooldown lowers, more mana cost. Wind Blast, basically the same. Lightning, same. Poison Cloud, same. Heat Wave, same. As I said before, the Ravager is very offensively focused. If we go to abilities, we have Agitate, which is of course the ability that causes wild monsters to end up going after whichever is the nearest villager on the map. And you'll also see that agitating monsters now will produce 1 Chaos Orb, and then 2 more produced if the monster then kills a villager. Upgrading it in this case increases the cost in mana, reduces the cooldown by 2 hours, and also gives the monster that we agitate a strength increase, which will increase the chance of them being able to kill a villager and thus producing Chaos Orbs. And then remove buff, basically just removes the cooldown. And the last thing that I think I'll show you before I start actually focusing on playing the game is under the portal, in addition to upgrade, we have release powers. Now if I come here, you can see that I'm given 3 options for Poison Cloud spell, Musicator, Affliction, and Fireball. Now you'll notice that they have the times 3, times 1, times 3 with a little yellow symbol next to it. If I were to pay this cost, as listed on the top right corner of this box, I would be able to purchase 3 charges of this spell. Now, as opposed to normal spells, which just require that let's see. Okay, I may have made a mistake. That was a spell I already had, so that was actually a waste of that. But let's see if I'm gonna cancel this. And instead, I'm gonna select Musicator, because I don't have any inflictions yet. And you'll notice that now under Portal we have another bar for when the power will be ready for us to use. So we're just going to wait out very quickly for that to happen. And in the meantime, I'm going to take a look around to see if... Alright, we have some wolves here. Gonna see, because we have a second kennel that we could fill up. So, you know, that might not be a bad idea. We apparently have some demons over here as well, who appear to be defenders. So these guys, actually, if I were to bring them and use them at the prism, they would actually be more effective. So I'm actually going to, while we wait for Musicator, I'm going to go over to the other kennel, and snatch that monster as well. And hopefully, yep, our Wrath Demon is ready. So grab them, and this time I'm going to bring a Kobold and an Imp, because both are good at snatching. Then we're going to head back over. I want to drop you guys right outside of the cave, and they will probably have to dig their way through. But once there, they have now captured the demon, and they will bring it back, hopefully not run across any humans that will attack them on the way. And Musicator is now ready. So I have 1 charge of Musicator. So if I go over to... Let's see, everyone's asleep right now, so... If I just do this to select Atkins, I can right-click, and you'll see that I have the Afflict option and Musicator, which you'll see has this symbol next to it. Now, in addition to the mana cost that would be associated with activating this Affliction, if I am to use it, then I will expend the one charge I was given, and I will not be able to use this affliction again unless I repurchase it at release powers, which, if we come over the release powers, you'll see that now the options have changed. Every time that you purchase one, it'll randomly present 3 options, and I can also spend 5 chaotic energy to reroll. This is very useful because if I do this enough, hopefully we'll be able to see, yep, you can also purchase buildings this way. So if there are certain buildings that you do not have available or that you want to have more of, you can purchase them here. Though, of course, the cost to release it is significantly higher than for just afflictions and spells. So I will not be doing that at the moment. Oh yeah, and you can also see here, targets are listed here just for quick access, but I'm just going to remove those 2 because one's been captured and one's being captured, so I don't really need to worry about them not being on our list. Now, like I said before, this demon is better suited for defense, so I'm going to undeploy these skeletons, and then instead replace them with 2 incubuses. So now we have 2 incubus guards roaming around, ready to attack if anyone that we do not want in our neighborhood to be removed from our neighborhood, as it were. And with that, I'm going to mostly start focusing now on trying to get ourselves some more upgrades. As we've been streaming for almost half an hour now, and we're still only at portal level 2. Let's see if we can get things to move a little faster, huh? Alright. First step. Gonna place a landmine there. Hopefully that'll go off at some point. And then we're going to, fortunately we don't have our demon yet because we were doing some snatching. As you can see, the landmine didn't go off, so, oop, 3 more orbs. Very nice. And then I'm just gonna wait for our little wrath demon to respawn. And we still have the intel screen, but obviously we don't have the means to really acquire much, because that requires a building called the Beholder, which allows you to then deploy 3 eye structures that will be hidden from villagers, but can be used to spy on anything that happens within the eye's general vicinity. And this is a replacement for the original eye building, which would just allow you to spy on all actions that are happening in a region, so obviously that function has been heavily nerfed. But of course, most things that you would want to spy on are happening in villages anyway, so as long as you keep some eyes in areas of interest, like around certain buildings, you're pretty safe there. And now Wrath is ready, so gonna go back down. Maraud, prepare a raiding party. This time we're going to go after Fasant. And I'm going to have 2 skeletons, because these guys are attackers. We're going to plop you right in the middle of town. And I'm just going to let them have some fun. Just drop a little landmine right there for no particular reason. Atkins is dead. 3 more orbs. We're up to 20. Which, if I go back over to the portal, you'll see that the requirement has now increased by 20. So now, instead of 20 spirit energy to upgrade it, is now 40. And while we're here, might as well take a look. We have the mana pit, which, if I place this, will increase the maximum mana that can be stored and how much mana we restore each hour. We'll get another prism. We'll get another kennel. We'll get the Pride Demon, which will allow us to send more parties, since we'll have a second demon to have as a party leader. We'll have the Seize Monster spell, or rather ability, so we can grab monsters and directly put them in the kennels or anywhere else as we wish. And then the Locust Swarm, which is, of course, the spell that summons a plague of locusts that will consume food that they come across. And sort of just generally terrify people. I'm just gonna keep grabbing as these guys just wander around breaking things. Oop, Wrath looks like he's found another toy. Oh, and the party has disbanded. I believe that the raid parties have a duration. Don't know exactly what it is, but unfortunately we weren't able to get enough. And as we go over here, we can see that we have significantly fewer villagers on the map than there were originally, but that's fine. And you know why? Because the ability to induce migrations is no longer a scheme. So now, for the low cost of 300 mana, I can have 3 more villagers immediately appear on the map. Unfortunately, we do now have to wait for Wrath again for another raiding party. But that's fine, because I can just do this. Drop another landmine. 3 more orbs. Now we're up to 32. Annoyingly, that destroyed animal meat with my spell, so now the retaliation counter has gone up. But we have 2 incubuses, so it's not as big a deal. We also now, I'm going to actually drain this kobold. Fortunately, it was already really low health, so it only gave me 1 more orb. But that brings us pretty close. And then soon we'll be able to do that. If I want to, I could also drain the incubus, but as you can see, there is a cooldown of 12 hours between uses of Drain Spirit. If I were able to increase the max count, then I could theoretically do it multiple times and just have to wait 24 hours to get both charges back in total. But for now, it's going to... I believe you're going to walk right over there, sir. Yep, thank you. Thank you. Excellent. Unfortunately, I don't know if just using these spells will, well, one way to find out. Let's see, you guys are going to pick up herb plants. I'm going to start a heat wave there. Fortunately, it appears that you guys weren't going that far. So I'm going to drop a poison cloud here. Just went through it without a care. Hey, Rhiannon, take that. Alright, that gave me another one. And then, let's see, how much does lightning do? 375. So I'm actually going to check to make sure I have the reveal info. Okay, you can afford to take this. There, zap. Alright, and now we have 42 spirit energy. So now I can come back to the portal, upgrade, and now we can get to level 3. Which, as we saw, main thing I'm looking for is that Pride Demon so I can send out more parties. In the meantime, the Rat Demon is ready. So, what I'm also going to do is prepare another raid. And I'm going to do that to Hanlar. I'm going to summon 2 skeletons, deploy, put them here, let them have at it. Don't know why you went over and went to destroy that plant, but alright. Lovely, lovely Chaos Orbs. Lovely orbs. I'm just going to have them continue breaking things. Brandon is terrified of skeletons, apparently. And it looks like our Rat Demon discovered the Knight, but the Knight was actually much tougher than we expected. But that doesn't matter, because we're just here to get the Spirit Energy and Chaotic Energy. So in the meantime, I'm going to go over to Release Powers. And I could get the Crypt, but I'm going to keep re-rolling. See? Yeah, I'm going to grab these Snare Traps, because these I know will generate more Chaos Orbs. And then if we go here and see what we can upgrade, I'll also upgrade the Agitate ability. And then I'm going to come over to Nerwinden over here and agitate him. That gives us another Chaos Orb, and then he's going to go out into town and, you know, just do some general wrecking of shop. Not that I expect a Kobold in particular to do much. You're fighting somewhere, but I don't know where it's happening. Oh, Nerwinden has found Landon. They're going to now fight. Do not expect the Kobold to win this. Yep, as expected. But in the meantime, we have the Snare Traps and the portal is level 3, so I'm just going to quickly drop both charges of the Snare Traps. Just going to drop that in people's houses. And then we have new structures to build. So first, we have another prism. Going to drop that next to the other one. And then we'll have to wait a second for the acquirement of more mana. Landon has fallen on the Snare Trap. Rhiannon has fallen on the Snare Trap. And these guys, For as long as they're stuck, they will over time produce Chaos Orbs. So this is actually way more efficient than the landmine, assuming that they aren't discovered and assisted immediately. Also going to build the mana pit. Let's see, I can put it here. And then we can get a kennel going. I'll put that right here. And because of that, we can actually now, I can now seize monsters, put them in, and then immediately drain them. So, also very quick method of acquiring more orbs, which is good because we now need 60. So we really need to try and step things up. Looks like we ran into building mine, which is now release these kobolds out to the world. But that works for me, because as it so happens, I could use more monsters to drain spirits of. We're going to go over here, snatch a monster, select target, select you, select wrath, and then I'm going to send 2 imps to do that. Place them here, do that. And then go over here, snatch monster, select target, select one of the others, select pride, and then I'll select an imp and a skeleton. Why not? Drop them here. And then they'll immediately give us 2 new kobolds to drain the essences of. Yep. So that's going well. And if we go over to here, we can now see that mana, we have a total capacity of 750, and we're getting 150 per hour instead of 100. So I actually might want to go into release powers and see if we can perhaps get a mana pit building that we could get. Ooh. You know what? Let's go with like Canthropy. Let's turn someone into a werewolf. I didn't really do that before the update happened, but now it might be a good idea. Alright. Oh yeah, and then we have a second prism, so I'm going to also summon 2 incubi there and deploy. And also, I don't know if you noticed right there, but if I go to monsters, you can see that the charges for Kobold is 6 out of 6, as opposed to out of 3 for the others, because, of course, we have 2 kobolds, and each one is providing 3. So there is a reason to have multiple of the same monster, if it's a monster that, for instance, you want to have in your prisms, so that if they end up getting destroyed in an attack, you can very quickly have them replaced. Now I'm going to go see about Landon over here, because he is... Oh, he's blessed, so I can't actually do anything with him. Let's see. Over here, we have Light, who's a noble. You know what will make her even more noble? Being a werewolf. And I believe that the tooltip for that said that if, as I drain this kobold, if they shed a wolf pelt, that generates a chaos orb. So I guess when they transform, they start shedding wolf pelts. I assume that's how that works. You'll see also we have ghosts over here, which are also defenders, so if I wanted to replace the incubi with a different form of defense, I could pick them, but not gonna bother. Not gonna bother for now. What I'm gonna bother with is I'm gonna send out another raid. No, gotta wait for the demons. Gotta wait for the demons to finish. And just as well, because then I can also try and place the kobold I drained. So do this. Grab an imp and a kobold. Deploy. Do this. And then Maraud. And now select the Hunlar. Pride. Get 2 skeletons. Deploy them here. And just because I'm going to also, once I have enough mana, induce migration into Hunlar again. Just to make sure we don't run out of humans to play with. Because now we actually don't want to eliminate them too quickly. Oh, and here we are. Here's the Chaos Orb generation. As we get some fights going on here. And it looks like the deaths of Silas and Landon have resulted in a retaliation. Now, as you can see, we have 2 angels coming from the north to attack. Also, for some reason, Wrath, the Snatch Party isn't actually doing their job, which I assume is some sort of glitch. I'm going to undeploy them. I want to see. Unfortunately, I did get rid of that monster. But now, as we have these guys coming in and they're attacking my stuff, my defenders are immediately getting to work, and I'm actually generating chaos orbs from this, so actually, that went very well. I will need, however, to expend. I will now need to repair these structures, which unfortunately there is a 12-hour cooldown to that, which is the reason why you don't want angels attacking you too quickly, at the least. But hey, we're already up to 50, so we're going to probably get... Oh, and over here, Light has turned into a wolf. So I'm gonna just do... I'm gonna store them as a target, specifically just so that I can click this and see them. Now I can see Light's just sort of roaming around amongst these wolves that aren't werewolves. Also have treasure chests here, but there's nothing I can really do about that. Just taking note of them. Light is returned to normal while out, and is now opening the chest, which apparently contained wood piles. Oh, there's a mimic! This is mine. I've been waiting for one of those to appear. Even though these guys are apparently attackers, which is kind of weird, but you know what? I have mimics now, and that's all that matters. I'm going to drain this kobold. Get some more orbs. 6 away. So, in the interest of that, I'm going to get Wrath. And now I'm going to see what happens if I do this. I want to see what happens if I deploy mimics. Go, mimics, go! Ooh, the mimics do move. This is very amusing. Go, walking chests. Go, wreak havoc. Fight! Yes, generate orbs for me. Oh no, wolf died. It's so sad. Ooh, wow, there's a lot of orbs up here. Oh no, Darren died and the counter has increased. Oh, it's so sad. The rat demon got eliminated. Still have this mimic going around. Apparently we have a kobold that was apparently converted to the human side. I'm gonna agitate him though. See what showed the humans why this was not a good idea. Boop. Nice. And now we have 68 orbs, so let's see what's next on the upgrades. We have a kennel, another Maraud building, so I can do 2 raids at once if I want. Fireball spell, Ice Blast spell, Brimstone spell, and officially I'll get Lycanthropy. So let's just get that underway. Release powers because we have a lot of chaotic energy. I could raise dead, but I don't really see a point for me doing that. I'll build an imp hut. Let's get some more imps going. And then I'm going to also go to the Spire. And let's see, Seize Monster. I can do this, and that will mostly just decrease the cooldown, which is useful. And then Landmine, I'll also do that to decrease its cooldown. And since that has been brought to my attention, I'm going to drop a Landmine there. Boom! More Chaos Orbs. And then I'll probably... Now, where should I build the next imp hut? Probably like right here? This is probably a good place. I don't want to wait for that. And we're going to keep an eye on this as well, to see when Light happens to turn into a wolf, so that I'm there to benefit from her shed wolf pelts. Because that's apparently a thing now. I've now gained a imp hut. Alright. I'm going to actually put... Let's see, I'll put it down here. And then I can spawn another kennel. I can just Spawn a bunch of those, apparently. And more stuff is spawned, so I'm gonna seize a monster, toss it in, drain it. This is a very efficient way, I feel, of getting these. Light has not turned, unfortunately. Let's see, and then can I drop another landmine? Nice. Nice. Alright, in that case, let's see, yours sleep here, so I'm gonna put that landmine there. In anticipation of you waking up hopefully soon, as it is approaching daytime. Also going to quickly check there are 6 villagers alive still. Fortunately, from this screen, I can't really tell what the allocation of them are across the 2 villages. I guess for now, I'll just do migration here just to get more people there. Also fighting happening somewhere, but I don't know where. Anyway. The landmine went off. Very nice, very nice. Oh, Tim. Tim, what are you doing here? Tim, stop it. Alright. Gonna set up a raid party. Another one onto Hunlar. Why not? Wrath. More mimics. More for the Horde. And then I'm also actually going to place them here. So hopefully they'll immediately attack Tim. And I get energy or the Chaos Orb from that. Because I don't think the defenders doing that will generate Chaos Orbs. But I'm not entirely sure of that either. Alright, and now we get back to work. I brought in new people just to get rid of them, really. And that counter, though, is going up real quick. Aletha has also apparently discovered the mana pit while trying to reacquire Tim. And unfortunately, I cannot really allow that to happen. I can't believe she got past that. How did she get past that? Alright, well. I'm gonna see if this works. Nope, that did not work. However, the portal has finished upgrading. So I've now... I'm given a lot of kennels. Just legions of them. Let's see, I'm gonna put that there. This here. Here. Oh, poor Kangadang. Not really sure what was happening there. Let's see. Now here's the problem. I don't really have a way to stop Aletha without killing her, which I feel would increase the retaliation anyway. So I'm just gonna let her report it, if I'm honest. And now we have 3 angels this time. So as you can see, the number of angels coming to attack us does increase each time. So I'm going to do this and just add more incubi to protect us. There's nothing makes you feel safer than having incubi nearby. Am I right? I am right, of course. Now, if you guys could... No, unfortunately, I don't really have a way to direct them to the fact that my kennel is being destroyed. But also, I don't really care too much. I'm just going to let that happen, honestly. And now the incubi have noticed and are taking action. And the angels have retreated and given me a bunch more Chaos Orbs. So I consider this a win. I'm going to just... I'll let Aletha pick up Tim, just so that I don't have to worry about them constantly coming back for that. And then I'm gonna place you here. And actually, what I'll do is I'm going to undeploy my current incubi defenders, because at this point you can sort of tell that they generally come from up near the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to destroy the prisms I have previously placed, and now move them over up here. So I'm going to destroy the mana pit as well, actually. And then I'll place one prism here, and one prism here. And then, unfortunately, I do need to now repurchase that. But, I'll wait for charges to build up, and then I can place defenders here where they'll be able to defend me much more readily. And in the meantime, you know, I still need Chaos Orbs. So, you know, get to work, man. Go break things. You know what to do. You know your job. Hopefully, we get more mana. I need a little bit more mana, because I would like to induce more migration. There you go. So apparently, there wasn't really anyone having about over there. Oh yeah, there's a new Elven Kingdom. You know what that means? That means that everyone who lived in this village got wiped out. Which means that there's now a new kingdom that I have to worry about. So I'm just going to reveal info there. So yeah, every time a village becomes vacated and I try to induce migration in it while there's no one living in it, that causes a new faction to be created as well. So, yay, we now have 2 factions in this game. You know, in addition to me, obviously. So I'm going to actually also destroy this, and then see if I can move it like right here. I'm going to mana pit. I can't put it there. Let's see, I can here. And then another kennel, and I'll put that here. Very nice. And oh, I can put another one over here. All right. I have a lot of kennels. I have more kennels than I know what to do with. Actually, that's a lie. I know exactly what to do with them. First, we're gonna go and grab the other incubus that was over here. We're gonna stuff you in this kennel, because then I can then come back up here and immediately. And now we have our increased cap here. Unfortunately, I wasn't paying attention. We need more mana. We need more. We constantly need a lot of things to maintain this lifestyle. I'm gonna get another raid going real quick. 2 more mimics. Deploy. Go. Yay! And then we're gonna wait for Anna to come back. And then I'm gonna go over to here and get 3 more incubi over here. And then once we get more chaotic energy, I'm gonna also upgrade this prism. But what we can do at the moment is at least partly fill this out. Now the one issue with placing them here is that they're going to... The way the AI works is that they try to defend a space in a radius around. So as you can see, the demons out. Oh, one of them stepped in the landmine. They're wandering around up here to go and try and make sure that they can also guard up here, because they consider that to be within the range. Even though obviously us looking at it, you can tell that that's not the intention. Obviously, we want them to sort of just keep this being the only opening and then defend here, but in the end, the angels come from this direction, so it doesn't really matter. Gonna grab these orbs. They almost wiped out this town. And as you can see, 84, 80, and we'll get another demon along with a prison, so we'll be able to capture villagers finally. And then we'll get another prism, destroy ability to destroy objects, the meteor spell, and the ignite ability. Accidentally paused it. And let's see, what else should I do? You know what? Let's look up monsters to snatch. Actually, I can just wait a little bit. I'll just grab you myself. Drain. That's some more orbs. Now I have 100 chaotic energy, so I can go back to the prism. Unlock, add summon, incubus, go. And now I have 6 incubi guarding this area, which should be more than enough to deal with any with the next angel attack. But just in case, I'm also going to just take this wolf pack and just store them all as targets to be grabbed and drained. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm gonna snatch, select target, select pride, and then to imps, deploy, and put them relatively nearby. Let that happen. Let that play out. And then I have the landmine spell again. Might as well place one of those. Like, I'll place it right here for now. Induce more migration. We need more people. More for the horde. Only one human here, so I'm also gonna make a note to try and induce more migration here once this recharges in a day. Well, I was gonna capture the rest of those. Excuse you. It's fine. I'm just gonna wait and then drain the wolf once it's ready. Alright, what else should I do? What else should I do? I drop another landmine. Yeah. Drop it next to the other one. More of them I'm placing close close to each other, the more likely it is that someone will eventually step on one. And let's see, I want to also do this. Oh, do we have more incubi over here? Nice. Nice. Alright, let's see. Ooh, I can make you a werewolf if I want, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to instead seize you. And let's see, I'll place you in here. And that'll give me another stack of that while keeping that person alive. Drain the spirit of this wolf. Get myself a little bit more of that. Good stuff. Renwin apparently died going in there. I don't have any more targets, fortunately. While we're just waiting for things to build up so I can get more nefarious stuff going on, I'm also going to take note of the tutorials tip, which I don't know how many of the people who watch or watching this right now play the game, but if you do, and you want to sort of catch yourself up quickly, there's an entire tutorial section that mostly goes over all the stuff that changes, and also kind of gives you a basic overview of some things you may already be familiar with, just so that you can quickly get up to speed, whether or not you're new or just new to the update. Alright, Wrath is ready, so let's see if I can find more monsters to snatch. Yep, there's a ghost door right here. I'll snatch you. Then snatch. Add summon. Get a couple imps going. Take pride. And then take ghost. And have them go do that. And the portal is now level 5. Which means we now have another prism. Which I don't really know where to put it. Aha! Put it here. And now I can finally place a prison. Which means that now if I select people... let's see. Can I induce migration here yet? No. I'm gonna wait the Snatch Norma until after... You guys opened this up. Why did you do this? Also, guys, please. Please. Why did you do this, you fools? This is why people don't trust incubi. Because now you see there's now a new human empire that I now need the reveal info for. But I know what will make me feel happy, and that's causing another raid on Hunlar. let's pick Lust. Then our Mimics. Oop. Alright, nice. I'm just gonna have you guys get to wreck and shop. Slowly generating stuff. But of course there wasn't really people here, so wasn't able to generate as much chaos orbs as we normally would. But you know what? I have a Wrath Demon as well. So I'm gonna send him out with some skeletons and we'll get another raid going. Let's see, we're at an hour, and we're already at portal level, I believe it was 5 we're at right now. Yeah, we're at 5. So 3 more times to win the game. Next one requires 100, and it'll basically just be giving us abilities and spells this time. One of them is Seize Villager, which will be very nice to get. Let's see. I see. This man has a sheep sleeping on him. Yep, that is in fact a man. Alright. So I'm going to store Fenorian as a target, because now I will, once Pride is ready, demonstrate for you. There we go. The snatching of villagers. So get 2 imps ready. Place them right outside his house. And let them do that while I take a drink. Now one of them will bring Fenorian over, provided that they are not attacked by someone along the way. Oh, apparently the elves are almost wiped out. This is a very dangerous area to live in, if I'm honest. Alright, now, prison. You'll notice that the prison now actually performs both the functions of the original prison and of the Defiler. We have the Let It Go and Drain Spirit, like we did in the Kennels, but we also have Brainwash, which will allow us to potentially turn people into cultists. In this particular case, he has a 0% chance of being converted, possibly because he's blessed. But that's not why he's here. We also have the Create Blackmail option, which apparently they're saying that I can't do that for some reason, not that it really matters. And then we have the Torture option, as of course, I'm going to do that because I got a Chaos Orb from it. Then I'm also going to drain this Ghost. Get some more orbs that way. And we're already up to 44. Fenorian's in the prison, so I'm going to remove him as a target because that's not needed anymore. And then I'm going to induce migration here, just to make sure that this town doesn't get wiped out in the event that my prisoner dies for some tragic reason. Also, I don't feel like there's any humans actually in this village. Where are the humans I had migrating? Where'd they go? Where are they? Ah. Interesting. Interesting. They appear to be stuck because the map spawned them in this corner, but they're just surrounded by water. So you know what? I'm probably going to just do them a favor and just invoke a heat wave. Uh-oh. Ooh, I have a bad feeling that my game has just crashed. Hey game, we alright? We alright over here? Hmm. Hmm. You can't see it on my screen, but I have the little window. You may be familiar with it. Ruinarch.exe is not responding. I'm gonna wait for the program to respond once, just because occasionally that will work. I don't think it will. Yep, yep. So I'm gonna have to you'll have to give me a moment as I reboot the game. Unfortunately, that does mean that we'll lose our progress. However, let's see if we can. All right, you guys can see Ruinarch again. Good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to show you something that actually has happened in one of my other games. So we're gonna just let this load up as I tell you a story. You guys may have seen in previous streams that there are golems that can spawn as wild monsters. Now, what's interesting about golems is that they usually spawn in a hibernating state, which means that they are completely inactive, they don't do anything, they don't bother people, people don't bother them. This also means that they have an indestructible trait while they're hibernating, which means that they're immune to damage. Now, because they're hibernating, you can't use the Seize monster ability to try and put them in a kennel. However, you can snatch them, which appears to hold true for after the player progression update. Which means that because it's still hibernating, if you snatch it and put it in a kennel, it has an interesting interaction with the Drain Spirit option, which is new. I will wait until the game finishes loading before I elaborate further. Anytime you're ready, game. I'm just teasing the game. I know it's gonna take longer because it's loading from a file and it has to load up all the stuff that's happened since I started playing the game, effectively. It has to know where everyone is, what they were doing, yada yada yada. But hopefully we're almost there. As I just spin the cursor in circles as I wait. I wonder, if I do this, if I go back and forth like this, you're getting very oh, wait, I think I finished. Or it's finishing. Very sleepy. Stop. Let me move the cursor. No! No! Alright. Let's see. Yep. Alright, so this is another one I have. I believe this one I was playing as the manipulator. So as you can see, I do have a couple kennels, but I also have like the... Oh, no, I was playing as the Lich, because I have the biolab over here. But you can also see that I have this golem who's, as you can see from the tooltip, their spirit is being drained. But if we go to info, we'll notice that it's hibernating, which means it's indefinitely inactive, and it's indestructible. So what happens, I wonder? Well, as we fast forward, we can see that its spirit is in fact being drained. But simultaneously, as it is being drained, its health is not going down. So it's just going to keep producing those chaos orbs infinitely. So you can kind of see that there's a certain point where there's a limit to how many chaos orbs they can have on the map at once. So as new ones are being created after a point, it stops making new ones. But also, as you can see, each one that disappears gives me 2 chaotic energy and 1 spirit energy. So now I am passively gaining both. And if I were to then highlight over all of these, ooh, the game really doesn't like that. Look at that, look at that. 400 spirit energy and 500 chaotic energy. Like this is an absurd amount of spirit energy to have at one time, let alone at all. And also, the portal's upgrading to level 6. So after this, I just need to upgrade the portal twice, and I'm pretty sure that the amount of spirit energy I have is already sufficient. So, in short, as Eden said when I originally told her about this, unlimited power! I'm just gonna collect all these again. Delicious. Delicious. But while I'm here, let me show you this one. We got a human empire here. We got a bunch of stuff happening over there, and then we got another human empire over here. We got they got 13 people over here. Yep. And then we got an elven kingdom here that has 16 people in it. Yep. And you'll notice that we also have cultists over here. We have in fact 3 of them. 2 of them are in this one place, and then one's in over here. And one of them's actually a cult leader. It's quite incredible. And then we have a human empire. They only got 5 people. But 2 of them are my cultists. And you know what, while I'm here, let's just see if I can, well, apparently you don't really have many options in the regard of preaching as far as people who live where you are. But I'm going to send one of you over to try and preach to Jamie anyway. Apparently, Jamie was not okay with what just happened. That's very unfortunate. I would have very much preferred if he had agreed to our ways. But, let's see. We can, in fact, if we want to, attempt to convince him via other methods. And by other methods, I mean I'm going to have him brought over, and don't worry while I'm speaking like an auctioneer. I'm just, I just want to make sure that we are keeping a smooth and effective operation. I'm just gonna drop my party over here, and we have an envy demon, which, as you may have previously seen, is a snatcher, so very effective at knocking out opponents, perfect for snatching. As are, of course, the kobolds, which we've already seen have the snatcher trait. They're just gonna very quickly grab our friend Jamie and just drag him all the way up here to our little prison over here. And you can also see that as a lich, in this gameplay, I have 3 prisms that are placed around somewhat evenly. Each one has 3. But you know what? I might as well spend all of this chaotic energy I'm getting. So I'm gonna just fill out these prisms with more skeletons. I'm gonna grab all this energy to assist in this endeavor. And hold on, then we do this. We'll deploy them, and then we go over here. Also gonna just add a couple skeletons over there. Although ironically, I have the golem, which is actually, I believe, a defender. Yeah, if I go and click, if I let me click on the golem. Thank you. Yep. Oh, it's a tank. So it has high HP and hostile. So not as good for classic defending. Better for having mixed into your party to ensure that the other members of your party are less likely to die. Also, because they won't be hibernating, golems I summon will not be indestructible, obviously. Now let's see. Brainwash doesn't tell me the chance of success right now. But if I go to their mood, Okay, brainwashing success rate is 7%. He's not having a fun time. Not having a fun time. But you know what? He's not here for his fun. He's here for mine. Just gonna do this as well. And while I'm here, also gonna upgrade this to level 7, which will give me another prison, a prism, a mana pit, and a sloth demon, which will allow me another party if I wish. Alright, we're going over here, and now we will attempt the brainwashing. We will now attempt to cultivize him, now that he is a hothead, as it were. Which the chances have increased to 18% because his mood has also gone down. Mostly because he's starving at this point. Unfortunately, he could not be brainwashed, so unfortunate for him, he will have to stay here. And while I'm here, I'm also gonna just I'm gonna upgrade vampirism, which is one of the things the Lich gets. And now vampires can turn into bats, eventually become vampire lords, and form a vampire clan faction. So we're gonna go over to my cultists and to Leglang over here, who is affected by a plague that I previously started spreading. I'm actually gonna check because I want to see what I put on that plague. Let's see, upgrade. This stuff is maxed. Symptoms, just sneezing. I haven't picked the on-death effects. I haven't picked any fatalities. So as long as So in this particular case, I don't actually want it to be fatal because I want people to be alive to generate Chaos Orbs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, one, afflict my cult leader with vampirism. And then secondarily, I'm going to have him, attempt to have him preach to his own people. Preferably someone that he gets along with, like his brother, Elder Karad. So he's going to come down here. As you can see, this, the plague that I had in this gameplay is spread quite proliferously and is now going to spread even more because I just upgraded all of the methods of transmission and how long it stays on people. But hopefully Elderkrod will be convinced he was not. That's unfortunate. We'll have to get back to that later. And now we're back here. We can attempt another brainwashing. And we'll have to wait before we can attempt another reachment. Let's see. Jamie was not brainwashed. Very sad. But I am nothing if not patient. Unfortunately, you can see that the information box is flashing because the game is constantly trying to update as I'm gaining Chaos Orbs. So at this point, I'm going to actually do this and destroy the kennel. So now the golem is here. I am then going to place a beholder here. Then I have a Maraude, I'll place that there. I have a prison, I'll place it here. And then I have a kennel, I'll place that, I guess here. And I have another kennel that I'll then place here. And then I have another kennel, which I will place, here. Why not? I have a bunch of kennels now here as well. Anyway, now I could also deploy more eyes, but don't really have a need for that for now. Attempt another brainwashing here. And as you can see, I have now way more spirit energy than I would ever possibly need. I think that 1200 may actually be more than is needed to beat the entire game. Let me just do some quick math. Let's see. Let's see. We get 20 for the first one, then plus 40, 40, and plus 60. Yeah, that's definitely more than is needed. I'm not even sure it breaks 1,000. Definitely doesn't. What am I thinking? Anyway. Now we're going to just sort of settle down, and I'm going to focus on, at least somewhat, on trying to finish up this game at least so that we can see what happens. Because I haven't actually fully been in the game. I've been just sort of messing around. So hopefully in this game, we'll be able to see what happens when you actually beat the game. with the new win condition. And then Legling, I'm going to have you make another attempt, but is there someone else? You could talk to Haraindel, yeah. Haraindel might be a good one. I'm going to keep an eye on you just to make sure that no one interrupts. Uh-oh. 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 Hold on, I'm going to grab you. Because you have declared him wanted, so I'm going to have to leave you there. And Legline may need to leave soon. Because he's been, his cover has been blown a bit. Don't really have anything I can really do to help you, although. Hopefully you can escape if it comes to it. In the meantime, I'm gonna keep working on, Jamie over there. And also, Legoland's been feeding on people, so now there's, rumors of a vampire, apparently. Don't know where they got that idea from. And Jamie cannot be brainwashed again. He may, I'm gonna be honest, he may die in there. He may. It's just a slight possibility. Ah, hello, Melly. I don't know if that's exactly how your name is pronounced, but I don't really want to try too hard and end up really messing it up. How are you doing today, Melly? And, before you ask back, because I assume that, that is something you're going to do, I'm doing well. Apart from the game crashing earlier, I'm having fun. Being a Demon Lord is, unsurprisingly a fun experience if you, aren't too hung up over morals. Glad to hear it, Melly. Well, let's see, what was I doing? Right, you, Fiona, you can't preach, I assume you're asleep. Let's see, can you talk to someone? You could talk to Sable, I suppose. I'm sure the light will be able to, bring other people to the light, so to speak. Uh-oh. Oh, you were watching other videos yesterday? Nice. And, welcome to the stream as well. Fortunately, you've come into a time where apparently my cultists are doing an awful job of spreading my good name. I'm gonna just try and slow down the process of them being considered criminals as much as possible. Although I think Fiona already was. And, Jamie's unfortunately not among us anymore. But on the other hand, that means I can now focus on Haraindel over here. Hopefully that goes well. Also, where's Legoland? I'm worried. Legoland was there the last time I was checking. I'm wondering if he's potentially stuck there. What do you mean, says the actual Demon Lord? We've been over this. I'm a god of chaos. That's different. This game looks yeah, I think I really like this game, actually. Especially with this update. It makes the game, in many ways, go potentially a lot slower, because you don't just have everything unlocked at the start. But on the other hand, apparently Legoland's got a dance going. Party going, but having the player progression does make it a lot more interesting, and I especially like that they changed the threat to retaliation, because previously it kind of was like, if angels attacked, it was basically your game was over. Whereas now, between the way the retaliation works and having like the prisons so that you can have defenses, makes it a lot less it's a lot less important to make sure that you don't get discovered. and gives you a feeling that you can actually fight back, which is, I think, the biggest change that I approve of. Now then, let's see. So I think, yeah, the next one is level 8, which, oh, interesting. It just says Awaken Ruinarch and costs 150. I'm gonna wait a little longer before I do that because I want to sort of end the stream with that, if possible. So in the meantime, I had 3 cultists the last time I checked. Oof. Well, can't win all of them. Let's see. Let's see if you can let's see Lakeland, let's see if we can convince your brother again. I know it didn't go well last time, but you know, maybe things will be different this time. You never know. I'm sure that this could potentially go differently. Wait. What do you mean you're clearing out a demonic intrusion? What demonic intrusion? The only demon here is me. That's just ridiculous. Uh-oh. I didn't pay attention. They noticed that he was trying to convert people. We have problems here. We have big problems. And we also have people attempting to attack my home. What do I think about the vampirism and werewolf mechanics? Well, alright, Aiden, calm down. The only demon here is semi-me, because I have these 3 demons. That's what I meant. Anyway, as far as the vampirism and werewolf mechanics, my opinions of them have changed because they've been slightly altered in this. I think that before, like, you'll never have seen me use them, the vampirism and werewolf stuff, like, in the previous streams, really, more than just to show that they were a thing. Because, like, they're somewhat interesting, but, like, the werewolves especially don't really do much that help you. Because werewolves aren't automatically, like, a part of your faction. Same with the vampires. They have to, like, already be cultists, or you turn them into cultists afterwards. But, and that's technically still the case, but I don't know. I do feel like now there might be something I use more. Because, especially with the upgrade mechanics, it feels more like if I upgrade things, like, you know, like upgrading this to max, and then they can become vampire lords and form vampire clan factions, which they can already form the vampire clan factions, but I feel like it didn't really happen. So I think that it's something that, like, especially in conjunction with, like, the cultist stuff, where you can convert people and then turn them into vampires and then just have, like, a vampire cult, basically. Same with the werewolves. I think that could be an interesting way of trying to utilize them, especially since the way things go have changed. And also on top of that, you don't really need them to be cultists to be useful to you, because now, with the objective changing from being about wiping out all the villagers to now trying to gain energy to upgrade the portal, I think that also makes it makes them a lot more useful, because you don't have to worry about them not being cultists, because then they can still be useful to you without having to be in your cult, because otherwise they were still people you had to get rid of, I guess is what I'm saying. So now that you don't have to eliminate them if they're not your cultists, you can get more use out of turning people into vampires and werewolves. Also, Harandel apparently is no longer a settlement ruler, so her chances of being brainwashed went up significantly. Although she still didn't. Rude. And Legoland's still out and about. Apparently hasn't been captured for crimes yet. You're welcome, Ellie. Don't know what to do with you, Laglin. Like, you're kind of wanted. And there's literally no other faction that will accept you for who you are. Not because you worship demons, because you're an elf. I want you to understand that. Like, these humans are like really racist against elves for some reason. I don't understand it. Like, I'm not against elves. Just ask Eden, that filthy elf lover. She knows. Also, obviously, I'm not racist against elves. Literally, my only cultist is an elf. Yeah, I might. Yeah, I think in future Ruinarch streams, I am going to sort of try and focus on certain mechanics. So I may try to see what I can do with the vampire. I'm not sure exactly what the. I'll be honest with you, I haven't actually seen any of the Underworld films, but yeah, am going to try and see what I can do with the. No, 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 hold on. I can say that I'm not against elves and call you a filthy elf lover, because I'm not insulting the elves, I'm insulting you. It's different. You're filthy, not the elves. I'm not calling you a lover of filthy elves, I'm calling you a filthy lover of elves. That's different. But yeah, I'm definitely going to try and do a playthrough focusing on vampires, and then make one focusing on the werewolves as well. Because I noticed something that I noticed in the other playthrough before the game crashed, that the werewolves, apparently when they turn into the wolf form, they can drop pelts now, and that causes them to give chaos orbs. No, Eden, you're just grasping at straws here. You're also derailing my video, my stream, that is. So I appreciate if you focus on what's important here, which is vampires, not elves. Not that I have anything against elves. Some of my favorite cultists are elves, like Liglang. Anyway, but yeah, like I was saying, werewolves have more of a defined purpose in that you can get chaos orbs from them. So that's definitely worth looking into. I don't know. I mean, I guess Legland just produced one, so I don't know if that's because he's. Legland's a he, right? I don't remember. What do you mean, what about vampire elves? Are you not been paying attention? Langland is a vampire elf. I should feel that's obvious at this point. Anyway, I don't remember. I guess I should probably check. Let's see. If I click here, afflict, let's see, vampirism. Okay, so it doesn't list that there's any, chaos orb gain, but I think if vampires feed, I think that generates chaos orbs. So even just turning people into vampires, I think also would have a purpose in that, but we'll definitely explore that more in a future stream, I think. Let's see. I'm gonna. Wow. That human empire is probably going to be doomed. Let's hurry it along. What's the name of your town, Hassan? Is Narant. Gotcha, Narant. Let's see. Where's Narant? There you. And I'm going to just unlock all of these slots for no particular reason. There's nothing to be worried about here. And just summon 5 skeletons. And then where was that town? It was down here somewhere, right? No, that's an abandoned building. Aha! Here we are, Clementine and Sable. What I do now, I do for Light and Fiona. Ah, and justice is served. Wait, when did I say that the elves were irrelevant? I don't remember saying that. That's ridiculous. I do appreciate that them breaking things also generates chaos orbs. So even after this town was already deserted, There was still a purpose. There was still a purpose to them wrecking things. Legling, I don't know what we're going to do. I need you to convince people to join, because I could do it myself, but I don't really want to. Alright, I mean, you're right, Eden, but also, that's not the point of what I was talking about. The point is that I was trying to talk about something specific in that particular moment. Excuse me as I place a freezing trap here so that Legling is able to continue doing his thing. Uh-oh. I seize you. Yes, I can. I'm going to seize you. I'm going to drop you in here. Then I forgot about Harandel. I forgot that I was trying to brainwash her. It's fine. It's fine. She's in a better place now. I'll be honest. I don't know what happens to people who die here. All right. Oh, sweet. Fernyanya was converted. Finally. Finally! We're making progress with the cult before I end this all in some... Wait. What was that about Excalibur? Hold on. Now, hold on a second. Shoot. I don't want this to still be here. I don't like that Excalibur's here. The last time someone grabbed Excalibur and Ruinarch, they turned into a hero, and it was very annoying, so I'm gonna just, do that. Is there something else I can do to stop people from... Spawn the Necronomicon. If someone sees the Necronomicon, they'll be like, oh no, this place is evil, and they'll definitely not continue and find Excalibur. Hopefully. Hopefully. Ooh boy. Ooh boy. I really hope someone of good heart does not find that, because that's going to be problematic. Well, okay, I mean, I'm like literally like one button away from winning the game, so I guess that's not actually true, but still. About the principle of the matter. Now go, Legling. Speak to your mother of the glories of me. If someone, I think there may be certain conditions behind it, but in a previous game, I think this happened on stream, when someone found Excalibur, their class changed the hero. This caused them to become immune to my influence completely, and they became absurdly powerful. I remember this because Eden suggested that I try to recruit them into my cult, and we eventually determined that that is not something that I could do because of them getting benefits that basically made them immune to it. Where's Legling? I lost track of him. Oh, good. He did convince her to join. Good. All right. Oh yeah, sure. It's real fun. It's real fun. It's exactly what I need is a super warrior. Super warrior that can't be converted. Yeah, Eden, I know. I also wanted Dark Excalibur to work, but... Well, notably, this is a game that I started earlier, but yeah. Ruinarch as a game is not really designed to be challenging so much. The game you can easily just get through and win if you want to be quick about it. Like, if the game hadn't crashed on my first playthrough of this stream, I probably would have finished that playthrough by now. So, under 2 hours. But the point of the game is less to try and win, and just to try and find fun ways of winning. So, like, messing around with, like, turning people into vampires and watching that play out, or, like, starting a plague and seeing everyone, and starting, like, a zombie apocalypse, or even just, like, constantly sending demon parties and then letting people build up, and then once they built themselves up, then attack again, you know? That kind of thing. You got seen again. I need to grab them now. But yeah, in short, this is not this game isn't like... It is easy, yes. But it's mostly just about sort of toying around. It's kind of like, it's not quite one of those like god games, like the ones where you're literally a god and like you just sort of influence other people and stuff like that. Like the black and white games, if you've heard of those. It's similar, but it's not quite that, but it is that kind of idea, I think. And I do enjoy that kind of game greatly. Where's like, it was over here last time I checked. Lang. Alright, I appreciate that you're doing things in my name like that, but I need you to go, like, convince more people to join us. That's my priority. Before I end this stream. Limtilith, 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 Limtilith. Limtilith, please, stop moving. Thank you, thank you. And I need to grab you. Wait. Don't need to grab you. We have other ways of making you not talk. Let's see. Do this, and then I'm gonna do that, and then do this, and then summon 3 kobolds. And boop. Alright. Don't let them get away! Shoot, they're gonna run into those people. Ow! Ow! Ha! Limtilith, you fool! Also, they're trying to rescue someone, I think. Why are they going to the mage tower? Interesting. Interesting. Wait. Who died? Oh. Oh, that's sad. But also, I don't really care. I heard that. I heard that. Don't you dare go near Excalibur. Don't even think about it. It's a very bad idea, and I'm surprised that you even thought to try it. I'm going to have to put in more measures to just do as much as possible to prevent this from happening. I hear fighting. Are they fighting my skeletons? Stop fighting my skeletons. Oh, sweet. We got Colton. Nice. Alright, we got 4. Soon we can get more preaching going on. I think I'll just, just from my interest. Yeah, I noticed I did notice the Necronomicon was also taken. I assume Alan over here took it. Let's see. Reveal info. Yep. Yeah, you can see in their inventory they have the Necronomicon. Unfortunately, that doesn't actually mean anything, because the purpose of the Necronomicon is that if an evil character picks it up, they will read it and turn into a Necromancer, which the game says Necromancer, but they're really just a Lich. And then they'll be part of the Undead faction, they'll create a lair, and then they'll just sort of focus on trying to make skeletons, and eventually send them out to fight people. Which is definitely a fun time, but it's difficult to find evil characters, especially since they did the update that, especially in the update now, you have to reveal info using chaotic energy for each individual villager, so you can't just immediately search to see if there's someone that would apply. But yeah, if you can get it to work, then it's very interesting. It looks like you guys finally grabbed them. Took you long enough. That was a very long snatch job. And they are apparently a settlement leader? Faction leader? Settlement leader. So you'll notice that for the brainwashing that turn people into occultists, them being a settlement or a faction leader heavily affects the chances. Because, like, right now it's an 18% success rate. If they were a normal villager, at this point, the success rate would be like 60%. So definitely much higher. apparently having responsibilities makes them less prone to being corrupted. Something like that. Brenway, who can you convince? Oh yeah, convince your son. Yeah, that's a good idea. And Frnyanya is having issues right now for some reason. She appears to be malnourished. Which I'm confused about because I don't remember being... Oh, good, you convinced. Nice, nice, nice. Alright. Yeah, I think being indirect is definitely fun. It's just that it's going to be a bit tricky because it's just the random grab bag if someone will have the evil trait. Although I could check that right. At the moment, I could try and check. Let's see. Because I can go to here, I go to the villagers thing, select traits, click off evil, and then we'll see if there's anyone that's evil, they'll show up on this. As you can see, there aren't, but that may just be because people who are evil just don't have their info revealed. So you go through all this, and everyone's like starving, apparently. Including Legling. Let's see. Larnerisi, Inares, Cadendir. Yeah, none of these guys seem to be evil so far. I do have the energy to check, so I might as well. So then you, reveal, no. Ash, reveal, nope. Quentin, reveal, nope. Elvina, reveal, nope. Alright, and then we have Eretinen. So we'll go through all of these. These are the ones I've already revealed. And then Greta, nope. Matthew, nope. Lily, nope. Roxanne, no. Bolton, we've already converted. We know he isn't. Kara, nope. Gunhild, nope. Gunhild. I can't help but notice this word. This is a very troubling word. Like, that's just, like, even I have standards, you know? I'm going to have to, I'm gonna have to deal with this. Hold on a second. And and hopefully that just sort of, resolves itself. Yeah, the evil trait is, somewhat expectedly difficult to, come across. On the other hand, you can see that my plague has been going very well in this particular playthrough, as you can see by all the little clouds of black mist everywhere. But yeah, that's what happens if you saw that. I don't know if you came in early enough to see my Golem exploit that I unintentionally came across, but the amount of chaotic and spirit energy I have is a lot more than you should expect to have, so I was able to just sort of turn all the transmission methods up to the highest, and then turn all the lifespans to the highest so the plague stays on people as long as possible. Oh yeah, you can also see here that we have 48 active cases and 10 recoveries. Though I think that people who've caught it can still catch it again. Not entirely sure. Also, why are you unconscious? I didn't have anything to do with that. That being said, let's see. I'm going to go to Leglang and have you found a cult. And then I'm going to ensure that all of you are part of the cult. So we'll just wait for that to work out. Now, notably, it's possible. It's possible. Wait a minute. Okay. All right, game. So I've just finally noticed that what's happening here is that time has stopped moving forward for some reason in my game. So apparently I've been playing around too much and the game broke. So I'm going to, at this point, given that there's not anything I can do, I'm going to go to upgrade, and now I can awaken the Ruinarch. I'll click this. Alright, well then. Alright. Apparently not died of starvation. Despite the fact that, according to the game, time is not progressing in any way, shape, or form. So... Yep. Alright. Yeah, save and restart might be a good idea. Let's see. Fortunately, at the very least, if we are able to get time to work right again, even if the save is borked, I have already put into process the victory condition. So, if this works, yeah, Dio does appear to be messing with me right now. Let's see, yeah, it's this one. Hey, yeah. So assuming that this works, we should be able to see the end of the game, even if now at this point, literally every human and elf in the game is currently in the midst of starving to death. And not my fault. It was Dio's fault. Which I guess just goes to show you that vampires are awful people. I'm not racist against vampires though, but you know, Dio's a vampire. I do also kind of want to apologize, because I know that my voice right now sounds scratchy. And I will have to put in some chaotically divine energy into restoring that after the stream. What do you mean, let's discuss the contradiction? What does this look like to you, Town Hall? Also, if you're gonna, Eden, if you insist on this, if you insist on these constant attempts to slander my good name, I may have to reconsider your position as head of my religion. And still loading. Yeah. Like I mentioned before, unfortunately it does take a bit for it to load a save just because of the... I guess the game's just not fully optimized for it, I guess is what it is. But, you know, when I'm playing on my own, I don't really mind. But on the stream, it's obviously, like, just dead air. At least you get the little background music. It's a gentle little harp that is completely at odds with the nature of the game. I think it's mainly because... I mean, I'm not going to presume, because I'm not a game programmer. But I assume it's mostly in terms of, like, the AI stuff. Especially when you consider that the game did just go through a major update that completely changed a lot of stuff. And so they ended up, they're actually, the next thing they're working on right now is actually an update to basically update the AI for like the villagers so that their behavior fits the system better. So we'll see how that looks, but yeah, I think it's mostly like an AI thing, so let's see. Okay, time. Time has started advancing. No, it advanced for 3 minutes and then stopped. Yep. 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 And I lost Legland at some point. Probably due to starvation. So, what we're going to do then is we're going to go back to this save file. And it's going to take more time, unfortunately. But we're going to reload this file, and I'm going to let the the golem exploit, rebuild up the points we need, and then I'm just going to focus entirely on upgrading the portal as fast as possible. And then, I don't know, like, send out raids to pass the time? I don't know. No, I released the golem very early on. It is possible that having the large amounts of energy broke the game as well, but I think that it's honestly just a case of, like, the developers haven't fully optimized the game, so there's just a lot of bugs. It is, like, I'm not sure if it's considered to be an alpha or beta or whatever, but it is obviously still a work in progress. Let's see. Don't mind me, I'm looking through Steam's notes on the latest update just to take a look at some things. Notably, I also at some point should probably look at doing the scenarios because those have been reworked and are sort of designed for shorter playthroughs, which is probably better for the stream since I only stream for like around 2 hours. So I might like, I know there's like one that's focused on like the undead. I think there's one that's focused on plagues, and then you got like one that's like focused on manipulating factions against each other. So I might also go back and look at the scenarios in a future stream. I think I'll do vampires first, or rather before that. All right, world is being finalized. Finally. All right. Frank character actions. Don't worry. Attempt number, what is this now? 4. Attempt number 4 will hopefully finally be able to see the end of the game. And now, in case you missed it earlier, Melly, you can see that there's a golem here. In their info, they are hibernating, as golems usually are, which means that they don't do anything, and can't really be interacted with, but can still be snatched by snatch parties. So, I was able to bring one into this kennel. And because it's hibernating, it has the indestructible trait, which means it's immune to all damage. Now, I've already set it to have the drained spirit, which means that it will slowly have its health drained to produce chaos orbs, which usually will kill it, but it's indestructible. So this is what the result is if I allow time to flow normally. As you can see, it is just constantly producing chaos orbs, and because it's indestructible, the golem is not dying in the process. So now I can just do this infinitely and just gain all of the spirit and chaos energy that I want, which I will now immediately oh no, it's already being upgraded, so we'll just let that play out. But yeah, as you can see, yeah, I in this particular file I 100% unintentionally broke. This wasn't even my intention. I was just like, I don't want this golem in my kennel anymore, so I'm going to drain it, and then immediately realized that there was an issue. Now, if I really wanted to, I already know how to resolve this. I can, like, if I destroy the building, then it won't be in the kennel anymore, and it'll stop being drained. And then even if I build a new kennel, the drain spirit command will be gone. So then I can just pick the let it go option at that point, and then it would be moved outside of the kennel, and then I would be able to use it. Now, as we wait for the portal to finish, I'm going to again ask Leglang, where are you? Leglang, wake up! Ugh. I'll turn you into a vampire again at the least. And then all of you preach. Since it worked in the other file, let's have you preach to your mom. Also, there's fighting happening somewhere, and I don't know where. I can hear the sounds of it. Ah, it's happening here. Gotcha. This guy's fighting a lot of spiders, and... oh, the people who fighting the spiders ended up losing. And Baronway was convinced. The player portal is now 6. So now we will immediately put in the points to upgrade to 7. You'll also notice that at this point, it is now passively going up chaotic energy by 2 and spirit energy by 1. And that's because I determined that there's only so many chaos orbs that can be on the screen at once. And I believe that the chaos orbs also have their own natural limit for how long they can be on the screen before they disappear. And each time it disappears without me using my cursor to collect it, it gives me the same amount of spirit energy, because they're not going to reduce 1 to like a fraction or something. But the chaos orbs, which normally give 5 energy, are brought down to only giving 2. Which, obviously, I don't care. Now let's go have some fun. I'm going to go to release powers. Let's see, what do we got? No. Ooh, I can get a tornado. Let's see how the tornado works. And then also, Brynway, let's see if we can get you to talk to someone and possibly convert them. You'll also notice that the thing that actually caused me to stop the golem previously is because, as you can see, it causes the cursor to just sort of like count as being on and off of whatever I'm highlighting. So it causes this little note, this little information box to just flicker on and off when the game isn't paused. And it's kind of annoying. Oh yeah, let's have you talk to your son. That's a good idea. Yep. Ooh, I gained 2 charges of tornado. Hold on. Where's the village? Hello, village. I have a gift for you. I actually have 2 gifts for you. They're called wind. Ah, lovely. Ooh. Oh, I messed up. There was an ant there. I could have grabbed it. Oh, well. Yeah, occasionally these big trees, if they get attacked, there's a slight chance that it'll turn out to be a... wait, what the heck happened to Sable? Why are you dead? Well, that's what you get for getting too close. That's on you. That's not me. But yeah, as I was saying, the big trees, there's a small chance that if they get attacked, it will turn out to be an ent that will then attack everything it sees to retaliate against those who would harm nature. But yeah, that tornado kind of caught a path right through here. I also wasn't paying attention and allowed Brainway to be seen trying to convince her son to convert. Did she succeed, by the way? Nope. Of course not. Of course not. Of course not. Well, whatever. We'll just found the cult. Oh, you know what else we'll do? We'll go to that one village and just sort of make sure it's not populated anymore. Now this one. Wait, what do you mean demonic paraphernalia? Weird. Weird. Really weird. Alright, Jamie, come over here for a second. I have something I need you to do. And that's sacrifice yourself. Thank you. Yep, I'll just grab these orbs. There we go. And then, I also saw someone named Greta. Let's see. We're gonna do this, and this, and this, and this, and then this, and this, and this, and this. And hopefully we can get this little village to become available for my cult to move in. How are you alive? Light, please. Oh god, she's really only that far in? Alright, well, I need to accelerate that process. Let's see. Gonna go kidnap her. You know what? Let's send in golems for no reason. Let's just do that. One of them got frozen, but it's fine. And you're already in the Demon Cult faction, so I don't need to change you. Hopefully you... Okay, you unfroze. Good, good, good. And we're just going to bring Greta over so that I can have her eliminated. I'm going to do this. I'm going to re-unlock all of these because I have more than enough points to do so. And then once you guys get close, I'm actually going to then go to the Snatch Villager and undeploy them, because then that will cause Greta to drop right here. And then hopefully these skeletons that I have guarding will notice that Greta's right there and remove her on the premises. Or at least remove her soul. I don't know about her body. Well, apparently they're not going to do that. So I'm going to inflict her with gluttony so that she just starves a little faster, I suppose. Let's see. Yep, we have one group. We have that one human empire that owns the town of Narant, but only has the one person in it. I don't know why you're still here, though. Let's see. Can I re-accelerate this process again? Oh, I know I can do. Hold on. Release powers. Do we have a... Let's see. Reroll. 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 Yeah. This would work. Yeah, let's get Wind Blast. And then once I get that, just gather all these up. And if the poison doesn't get her, what will get her is the Wind Blast I'm about to call upon her. Just gotta wait for this. 1:51 p.m. in game, of course. And almost 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock now. In game again. Come on, come on. Alright, Wind Blast. Boom, boom, boom. Alright. Greta is gone, which means that now the cultists can hopefully move into that village. Unfortunately, I don't really have a way to make them do it, though. I guess the best I can do is just grab the leader and put him near the village. Then, hopefully he takes the hint. But apart from that, it's just all on him. Alright. And now... Alright. We're now level 7, which means we can do the final upgrade to awaken the Ruinarch, which is me. And now... now we have structures we can build. Let's do that. While we wait... Just gonna just place all these wherever. You there. 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 Alright. Now, this in terms of space is more or less what you can expect a fully kitted out base in Ruinarch to look like. Again, in terms of space. Because you can also, I haven't really used it, but if you right click on spaces that are next to corrupted area that you own, you can then expand your area manually using chaotic energy. So if I wanted to, I could like do this, extend it out to like here, and then build a prism like right here, and then just have people guarding this area. But obviously that would take a while, because you gotta do them individually. But then, as you can also see, this says it'll finish on day 20. Right now in-game it's day 18, so this takes like 3 days, I think. It's like 3 in-game days to get level 8 portal, which is how you beat the game. Oh, Leg Lane, I don't want to tell you what to do, but I would appreciate if you could. Well, let's see. I destroy this. I just like. Oh, I poisoned the well. Not what I wanted. Let's see. Can I get a spell from this that will allow me to destroy that well so my people can build a new village? I wonder if I could get another tornado. That might work. Earthquake might work as well. Let's try that. Let's just have fun with spells while we wait. Alright. Close this for now. Also, because why not? Let's see, what's the name of this little village right here? Berestia. Berestia. Alright. Well, Berestia, I have bad news for you. And the bad news is that the Ruinarch is bored. I think this... Wait, is this Brescia? Or was it the other one? I think it's this one. Alright, let's go! Go, my minions, go! Mess around and have fun! Yes! It's time for a party! Raid party's still alive. Oh, we have a retaliation. Hold on. Let's see where the angels are. We got 2 of them. They just spawned on the other side of the map from my base, apparently. And they're going to end up crossing through here. So I'm going to just have a couple more skeletons deployed there. And then a couple more here. That should be enough to take care of them, I think. What's the name of this town? Is this a different town? Let's see. Here's the city center. This is Jorlar. Let's go send a raiding party to Jorlar. Why not? Let's have some fun. Rod. Raid. Unlock these. Add summons. Oh, I can only put in 3 kobolds. Oh well. Jorlar. And then just drop them like right here. And we'll have them have some fun. While we go investigate and see how my skeletons deal with these 2 angels right here. Wait a minute. Wait. I wonder. There's something I want to test now. Let's see. Alright. Stores target. Snatch monster. Select Delason. Pick envy. Deploy. Right. Here. And then spells freezing trap right in front of Delason, so she freezes. And she's been grabbed. And the skeletons are dealing with the other angel. Oh, she disappeared. Okay, so apparently that angel being incapacitated counted. Can vampires spread vampirism? Yes. Though usually if you're already inflicted with it, so generally vampires won't actively spread it. They can, but don't usually. But if you have the trigger flaw ability, you can use that on the vampirism, and then that will make them activate it. And then the next person that they feed on, they'll turn into a vampire. And that in fact does work. Let's see. Unfortunately, they appear to have cut both of my kobolds. Oh, no, they killed one. They have caught one of the kobolds from that raid party, but it doesn't actually matter because the raid parties have a set duration, so boop, disappears. So now I don't have that annoying thing where I send abominations to go fight people, and then for some reason the abomination gets captured and is just left in the middle of town indefinitely. That really got my nerves. Oh, Leyland's gonna build a new village. Nice. Alright, alright. Finally, my demon cult makes progress. And he's building it, and he's building it. Boom! Demon village. And you'll notice that the decor, the overall design is for the city center is very much different from normal city centers. And Lingling is going to the Mage Tower for some reason. Even though we live in... Wait, what? What do you mean you live here? No, don't live in the Mage Tower. You just built a village. It doesn't matter. Everything will end in a day. Everything will end in a day. So how long do the portal updates take? I believe usually they take 1 in-game day, but this one specifically, this upgrade specifically because it's the last one that ends the game, it takes 3 days. So assuming that, noting that this is physically impossible because you don't start enough to begin with, but if you were to immediately upgrade as soon as possible, starting from the very beginning of the game, that means that you would end the game in exactly 10 days. So 10 in-game days, it would a little over because you would need to get the first 20 to upgrade it the first time. Wait a minute. Oh no, you know what? The portal starts at level 1. I'm dumb. It would be 9 days, so it would be because it's level 1, level 2 costs 20, and then it goes up from there. So it would be 6 days to get the level 7, and then the level 8 takes 3, so 9 days total. And Legline is for some reason building another village. Even though, again, oh no, he now does consider himself to live here. Alright, great. Meanwhile, I'm going to seize you. Yeah. It's also especially annoying that Legland built another village because apparently up here, Light and Fiona built a village as well. So there's literally like 3 demonic city centers now. Here, and then here, and here. Also, Brainway's being attacked by a spider. And I can't have that. Wait, what? Why'd you immediately just drop off there? Oh well. It doesn't matter. Hey look! Hey look! Hey look! Hey look! Look who it is. Hey look! It's Shelob. Hey Shelob! Yeah, apparently cultists compulsively construct cities. Who would have guessed? Also, the golem's still producing me energy, so now we're over. If I hadn't been spending stuff for the release powers, we would be well over 4,000, and we might reach 3,000 before, because we're very close. I perfectly timed it. I have now paused it exactly at the point the game should end. I'm going to save this, just in case. And because it's amusing that I happened to catch it right as the portal was about to finish. Still finalizing. I feel like finalizing is technically inaccurate. Now I'm going to let it play at 1x speed. The player portal is now level 8. The almighty demon is in summon. Congratulations! And that is the end of the game. Maybe one day they'll add some sort of thing that shows like the Ruinarch actually being summoned, but that is, in fact, finally us beating the game. Oh, and you can click continue and you can just keep playing. What? Oh, that's cool. I like that. Now I can build another prison. Sweet. Now I'm just gonna... I'll just build a prison here. Yeah. Alright, so also that's a fun note. Previously, if you, like, beat the actual condition for beating the game, you wouldn't be able to continue on that file. But apparently, this one does allow it. So, I could keep playing in this world if I wanted to. Probably won't, because it's very much broken, as we've seen. But, that does mean that I can finally end this stream using the power of the Golem exploit. Thank you, Ared Lindy, for your contributions. And thank you all for coming to watch. And I hope that you all have a good day, a good night, a good morning, a good evening, whatever time it may be for you. And until next time, Wednesday, for those of you who are interested in seeing some Apex gameplay, I will see you all later.